You know, every March, college basketball gives us these moments of just pure, unbelievable drama. But every once in a while, a story comes along that's so nuts, so improbable, it honestly feels like it was written for a movie. Well, this is one of those stories. And the whole thing, believe it or not, hinges on one single impossible number. 0. Yeah, that's it. What does this number mean? I mean, it's not just nothing. In this story, this number is, well, it's everything. It's the one stat that makes what happened next so completely mind-blowing. Yep, you heard that right. A Division I college basketball player, a guy who's a key shooter for his team, had scored exactly 0 points from inside the three-point line all season long. So how in the world did he end up being the hero in the final seconds of a do-or-die tournament game? Okay, let's get into it. So first, to really get how big of a miracle this was, you gotta understand the matchup. This wasn't just another game on the schedule. No. This was a total clash of basketball worlds. I mean, just look at the numbers here. It's kind of staggering. On one side, you've got the number 12 seed, High Point, from the Big South Conference. They're a 10.5-point underdog, and they have 0, there's that number again, 0 tournament wins in their entire history. And on the other side, the number 5 seed, Wisconsin Badgers, a powerhouse from the Big Ten, making their 29th tournament appearance. Seriously, on paper, this was supposed to be a cakewalk for the Badgers. And think about the stakes. They couldn't have been more different. For a team like Wisconsin, this is just business as usual, right? Another step on the path to a deep tournament run. But for High Point, this was everything. This was their shot to make history for their program, their school, for themselves. But here's the thing about March. High Point clearly didn't get the memo that they were supposed to just roll over and lose. Right from the opening tip, they went toe-to-toe with the giants from the Big Ten. And this game turned into an absolute offensive showcase. I mean, Wisconsin's stars Nick Boyd and John Blackwell, they were on fire, putting up huge numbers. But High Point had an answer. Their guy, Rob Martin, was just masterfully orchestrating the offense. Look at that. A massive 23-point, 10-assist double-double. He kept the Panthers right in the fight. And this is where the game went from just being exciting to being legendary. With under 8 minutes to go, it looked like Wisconsin might finally pull away. But High Point just kept coming. A huge dunk from Terry Anderson cuts the lead to 2. Then, with under a minute left, notice that name, Johnston, he hits a massive 3 to make it a 1-point game. You could just feel it. The stage was set for an absolutely chaotic finish. And here we are. It all comes back to our hero, Chase Johnston, and that unbelievable statistic. The game, the season, the entire history of a basketball program, it's all in the hands of a 3-point specialist who was, basically allergic to scoring 2s. Just look at this breakdown. Seriously, 196 points on the season, and every single one of them came from behind the arc. Not one free throw, not a single layup, or a floater, or a mid-range jumper. By definition, he was a one-dimensional scorer. And that is what makes what happened next so incredible. And here's the mindset of the man himself. In that moment of just pure chaos and pressure, all the analytics, the stats, your tendencies, all of it just goes right out the window. For Johnston, there was only one thought in his head: get a bucket, win the game. So, how did it all go down? Okay, let's break down the final frantic 11.7 seconds that completely turned this tournament upside down. Okay, here we go. Wisconsin misses, High Point grabs the rebound, and they're pushing. The ball finds its way to Chase Johnston on a fast break. He drives to the hoop, and he lays it in. His first 2-point basket of the entire season gives High Point the lead, 83-82 with just 11.7 seconds left. But wait, it's not over. Wisconsin still has time. They rush down the court. Their star Nick Boyd drives for the game winner, and he's blocked. What a phenomenal defensive play by Owen Aquino at the rim to preserve the lead. After a foul, a missed free throw, somehow there is still 1 second left on the clock. Just one last desperate full-court heave for Wisconsin to try and win it all. The pass is in the air, and it's stolen by Terry Anderson. The buzzer sounds. High Point has pulled off the impossible. The bench just erupts. The Panthers have made history. Unbelievable. So when the celebration finally calmed down, the reality of what just happened started to sink in. This wasn't just a win, you guys. This was an event. It sent shockwaves through the entire tournament. So what does it all mean? Well, for High Point, it's their first March Madness victory in school history, ever. For Wisconsin, it's this painful, repeating pattern of getting upset by lower seeds. And for literally millions of fans, it was the exact moment their bracket was officially busted. But for the Panthers, it meant their magical season, it wasn't over yet. On the losing side, though, the feeling was just pure devastation. Wisconsin's coach Greg Gard, he summed it up perfectly. In March, you don't get second chances. One slip up, one single moment where you don't execute, and that's it. Your season is over. But we're gonna end with the hero, Chase Johnston, because his words, they take this from just a great sports story to something really, really special. It brings it all back to that universal childhood dream. You know, the countdowns in your head, the imaginary shots in the backyard, and the dream of one day actually doing it for real. Well, on this day, the kid who couldn't make a two-pointer all year long, he lived that dream for every single one of us. And isn't that what March is all about?